Hey everyone, this is Matt and welcome to my channel, guys. Today we're talking about irregular verbs. Right, about those hateful words that no one can really learn because there are many of them and they have a lot of different forms. So for those who don't know, we have two kinds of verbs. We have regular verbs. Those are the ones that we can end with ed in the past form. So if we say, I walked home yesterday, we can add ed, right? I walk today, but I walked yesterday. Or I worked yesterday, or so on. But irregular verbs, we cannot add ed. They have special forms for past tenses, guys. And today we're going to give you some hints about how you can learn those words better, how you can learn them faster, more efficiently, and so on. So if you guys curious, if you're interested in this video lesson, then please leave some likes, guys. Leave some comments down below about your preferences in English, remember. And let's start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And let's begin with the tip number 1. Yeah, of course, number 1. And here in this video, guys, I'm going to use some tips from my other video about learning vocabulary at all. So this one is going to be one of them. And as I said before, you don't have to just take any random list of those irregular verbs and learn every one of those words. No, guys, you need to find most commonly used words first and learn them. Because you just don't need all of those words. There are like 600 of them and it's almost impossible to learn all of them and use them. You're just going to forget them really quickly. So guys, find the most commonly used words and learn them first. For example, such words as say, said, said, go, went, gone. We have become, became, become. And the tip number 2, guys, there are some irregular verbs that look similar and they sound really similar. So we have such words as stand or understand. So they are the same irregular verbs. I don't mean they mean the same or they look the same, but the ending is going to be same. So we have stand, stood, stood, or understand, understood, understood. Also we have come, came, come. Or we just add be and then we have become, became, become. So they are having same endings, guys. And if you're learning those words, then you're learning 2 words by the price of the 1. Moving down to the tip number 3, and that is there are some irregular verbs that don't change at all. So the first form is the same as the second one, and the second one is the same as the third one. So all 3 forms are the same, and while there's just nothing to learn, you just learn one form and you know all of them, right? So these are the most easy ones. You can learn them first, so they just won't confuse you later, guys. So we have such words as hit, hit, and hit, beat, beat, and beat. Well, here the third form could be beaten, but also you can say beat. Also we have bet, bet, bet. They don't change. Cost, cost, and cost. Or burst, burst, and burst. So learn them first, guys. They're going to make your life much easier. Now, guys, let's get to the tip number 4, and that's a bit similar to the previous one. So in the previous one, we had all 3 verbs the same, right? But here we have just 2 out of 3 are going to be the same. For example, the first one and the third one, or the second one and the third one. For example, become, then we have became, and again, become. Or we can say buy, then bought, bought. So bought, bought are the same, right? Or fight, fought, and fought. So first, guys, you learn the words that all the same, all 3 words are the same. Then you can find these words that just 2 are the same. It's gonna be still easy and not that hard as all 3 different. So you can do easy, then harder, and then the most hard ones. And this tip, guys, is supposed to make your lives easier as well. So you need to find some of the irregular verbs that sound similar and that have similar spelling. For example, we have word mean, and the other forms are going to be meant, meant. So they are the same. It's easy to learn because they are the same, and they are similar to other words like deal. So we have mean, meant, meant. Deal, dealt, dealt. Or we have keep, kept, kept. They all sound similar. Dealt, meant, kept, and so on. Also, we have such words as learn, learned, learned. Well, this is for British English. Americans say learned. They don't use these two forms, guys. They don't say learned, they say learned. They use ed. But for British English, we use learned. Or we say spend, spent, spent. So they all sound similar and have similar endings, guys, and this is much easier to learn those words together. And I'm going to give you another 6 words that sound similar and have like almost same endings, guys. So we have such words as drink, and the past forms are going to be drank and drunk. So here we put a, and in the last form we put u, right? Drink, drank, drunk. Then we have swim, swam, swam. So we have the same, right? We have a and u. Super easy to learn them all together, guys. We have drink, drank, drunk, swim, swam, swam. Also we have sing, sang, sung, sing, sang, sung, or ring, rang, rung. So learn them all, guys, together, and this is gonna be much easier for you. Now this tip, guys, is going to tell you how you should learn those irregular verbs. So should you learn just the first form today and then the second and the third one like later, because you don't need them now. Today you just need the word buy, and bought you're going to need later, so later you're going to learn them. No, you have to learn all 3 forms right away today, guys, because this is gonna be easier for you to remember. When you learn one word, then you're connecting other words to the first one in your head, and then you're going to remember more because you remember that you learned something else, right? If you learn more, then you remember more. And one more tip, guys, is you need to remember, you need to memorize those words in sentences. For example, you have learned today buy, bought, bought. So you have to make sentence for each of them. Like, let's say, I'm going to buy some fruits today, or I bought this chair yesterday, or my friend has bought a car. So my friend has bought a new car. So make some sentences for each of them, not just one sentence. It's better to make some other different sentences, and if you make more sentences, then there is a bigger chance that you're going to remember those words. And the last tip for today, everyone, is for those of you who like to memorize lyrics of songs, and I'm one of those people, because you know, when you learn lyrics, when you learn some song, then you're going to remember it much better and for much longer than, well, anything else in this world. I don't know why, but this is how my brain works, and maybe yours too. So there are some songs on the internet that are made specifically for learning irregular verbs, so you can just search for those songs even on here on YouTube and learn them so you can remember irregular verbs better. So that was the last tip for today. I hope you guys liked them, and I hope you're gonna use them, and those tips are going to help you. If you have already tried one of them or some of those tips, then you can leave a comment down below if it's helpful or not, so other people can read and know if they should try it or not. Also, guys, don't forget to leave some comments about your problems in English, so I'm going to shoot another video specifically for you. And this is all for today. Don't forget to leave some likes, subscribe to my channel, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.